Ladies and gentlemen, before the ceremony begins, I would like to remind all of you to set your phone to the silent mode. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm good evening to one and all, and welcome to the official opening of the 12th Congress of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. My name is Ziting Li.
And my name is Benson Song. On behalf of the organizing committee of the Congress, we would like to thank you all for taking your precious time and joining us at the opening ceremony this evening. And throughout the Congress, together, we're making important strides in the joint mission to strengthen nuclear medicine cooperation across the world.
This opening ceremony, which is multiculturally themed, will bring together the Congress theme of Global Translation Molecular Medicine. As you may or may not know, the land upon which we are now is the traditional land of the Wurundjeri people. At this point, I would like to welcome to the stage Wurundjeri Elder Ian Warren Badge Hunter to give the welcome to country, and also the members of the Yarra Yarra dancers for some traditional Aboriginal song and dance. Thank you.
Gagangala gigagambala giganano di giganano di giganano di giganano di giganano di giganano di gigagambala gigagambala giganano di giganano di giganano di giganano di giganano di Giga gambula, giga gambula, giga nano de, giga nano de. Giga nano de, giga la kulen, giga nano de, giga nano de. Wurundjeri, welcome to the land of the Wurundjeri people. The river outside is where our people were created a long while ago. So Wurundjeri, welcome. The song I was singing was "Go away, white fella. Come back, black fella." Not meaning you have to go away. Too late for that. But what it means is sometimes in your hustle and bustle lives, accumulating, like we all love to do, material things, think about if you go down far enough under all the concrete and everything, you'll see the earth. So think about the earth the way that the Indigenous people felt about the earth. And just for a little while, in your minds, if that chant is somewhere in the back of the corridors of mind, think about that song and think about the land and the people, because you are now the people on the land that have always occupied by Indigenous peoples of Australia. So welcome to be here in the land of the Wurundjeri people. Gigo Namuti, welcome. Yeah. Creation. Now celebration. Big vibe, yeah. Women's UK, enjoy your stay in Melbourne, the best place in the world. It must have something going for it because my people have been here for 50,000 years. So welcome, Women's UK.
Wow, I hope you all enjoyed this magnificent traditional Australian performance, because for sure I did. Now, with much honor, I would like to welcome Professor Andrew Scott, President of World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology, to the stage to give a welcome speech.
Thank you very much. I think a few people knew what my favourite band is. So firstly, I'd like to echo the comments of Benson, and that was just a wonderful performance by our Aboriginal troupe here, and I'd like to pay my respects to the Wurundjeri people and to their elders, past and present. So, distinguished visitors, presidents of global nuclear medicine societies and associations, friends and colleagues, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the opening ceremony of the 12th World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology Congress. This Congress celebrates the accomplishments, technological advances, clinical and scientific progress, and future directions of nuclear medicine in a global context. More importantly, It brings together members of our profession in a forum which is both warm and collegial, and also stimulating and challenging, as we discuss the issues which drive the clinical impact of our specialty and the professional issues that we require careful consideration moving forward. At the core of what we do is the improvement in health outcomes for patients, and the singular focus of this must remain at the heart of what we do, both clinically and in our research. Now, I draw your attention to the logo, which you can see on the screen on the left-hand side, or actually in the middle there, which actually refers to, on the left-hand side, global translation and molecular medicine. Now, for those of you who've looked carefully at it, you may recognise that it actually has the appearance of a modified caduceus, or more accurately, the rod of Asclepius, with the snake, which typically goes around the rod, replaced by a chromosome strand and surrounded by an atom structure. Now, this encapsulates the interplay between genomic information, which is driving our knowledge of biology, and the ability of nuclear techniques to interrogate the molecular basis of health and disease. Molecular imaging is the heart of what we in nuclear medicine perform on a daily basis, and which drives our aspirations forward. I particularly want to thank Professor Harvey Turner for his inspiration in creating this logo, which so elegantly encapsulates the vision and the direction of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine Biology. The scientific program of this Congress has this theme of global translation molecular imaging as its core mantra. And over the next few days, I'm sure you'll be impressed and excited by the advances that have been made and prospects for future advancements in both diagnostic and therapeutic nuclear medicine. Global translation is also a reflection of the need to ensure that we engage with our clinical colleagues to emphasise the important role we can play in the investigation and appropriate management of patients. We also need to extend the capacity of nuclear medicine techniques into all countries, both developed and developing, where the challenges are often quite different, but the end goal remains the same. The World Federation of Nuclear Medicine Biology has, as part of its key goals, to engage in programs that involve advocacy for nuclear medicine globally and bring evidence-based medicine into the development of new diagnostic and therapeutic radiopharmaceuticals. In this endeavour, the World Federation is engaging with all major nuclear medicine societies and associations, as well as our key partner, the International Atomic Energy Agency, to develop strategies for promotion of nuclear medicine practice at a governmental and international policy level. We're also working diligently on specific projects that will lead to improved delivery of radiopharmaceuticals and workforce training that will be outlined in more detail during this Congress. This Congress and the practice of our specialty would not be possible without the close and strategic engagement of industry that provide a key role in technology innovation and the equipment and technical requirements of imaging and therapy procedures. And without their support and vision, we would not be able to translate our discoveries or conduct nuclear medicine procedures in our routine practice around the world. I would particularly like to thank our diamond sponsor, Chartwell Medical, for their generous support in the running of this Congress. And thank you also to our other significant and generous sponsors and exhibitors for their assistance and role in enhancing the information sharing experience of the Congress. Finally, thank you all for your attendance and support of this Congress, which is a celebration of our wonderful specialty and the congeniality and commitment with which we work together to achieve a global translation of molecular medicine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Scott, for your welcoming words. We would now like to introduce the president of the meeting held in conjunction with the WFNMB Congress to give congratulatory remarks.
First up, please welcome the President of the Australian and New Zealand Society of Nuclear Medicine, who are also the co-host of this Congress, Professor Dale Bailey.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to our country to share with us in celebrating the Australian-New Zealand Society of Nuclear Medicine. I echo Andrew's comments that we have an exciting time in our field at the moment, and we look forward to 4 days of sharing knowledge, socialising, and taking the field forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Bailey. Next, please welcome the Dean of the newly inaugurated Asia-Oceania School of Nuclear Medicine, Professor Geng Huang, for his congratulatory remark.
Dear Professor Andrew Scott, the President of World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology, dear professors and specialists, dear ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon. And we are very happy and honored to be with you all here in Melbourne for the 12th Congress of World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. On behalf of Asian-Oceania School of Nuclear Medicine, I'd like to extend my warmest congratulations on this successful Congress. Asian-Oceania School of Nuclear Medicine is a part of Asian-Oceania Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. As first dean of Asian-Oceania School of Nuclear Medicine, I'd like to intensify the regional cooperation and work together with all colleagues and organizations to bring mutual understanding to new higher to create a wonderful environment of communication, cooperation, and confidence. It's our responsibility for us, and the school will focus on this key issue. That is, we should work together, take action, seize opportunity, and rise to the challenges to promote the development of nuclear medicine in Asia-Oceania regions. Finally, I'd like to invite all of you to visit Shanghai next year to attend 2019 Congress of Asian-Oceania Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. Shanghai is an international modern metropolis. I think it's the best city you should visit at least one time in your life. We are waiting for you in Shanghai, and Shanghai will warmly welcome you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Huang. Now please join me in welcoming Section Head of Nuclear Medicine and Diagnostic Imaging of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Professor Diana Paez.
Good evening. I was expecting salsa music. So, Professor Andrew Scott, President of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology, distinguished representatives and presidents of the professional organizations, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is gratifying to note that the agenda of this 12th Congress of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology covers a wide range of very interesting thematic areas related to the established and the emerging applications of nuclear medicine, both in the field of diagnostics and therapy. These fields are very dear to the International Atomic Energy Agency, and to us, we consider these as priority areas in order to support our member states. It comes clear that due to the rapidly growing and the fast-changing nature of our specialty, there is a need to provide extensive support to achieve its implementation and use at global scale. To support the professionals to keep abreast with the emerging applications, the clinical applications, it is pivotal to maintain the continuous medical education open and accessible to all, and to encourage the constant development of competencies as part of a lifelong learning process. The International Atomic Energy Agency is very pleased to work in cooperation with the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. The shared commitment and the cooperation allow us joining efforts to better support the nuclear medicine community, our professionals, to strengthen the practice of our specialty with the ultimate goal to improve the care provided to our patients. I have no doubts that each of you have a deep conviction that compels you to investigate, to learn, and I encourage you to share this knowledge with your colleagues back home or in any other latitudes to enhance the practice of nuclear medicine worldwide. I thank you for your attention and wish you much success at this Congress of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Paez. Next, from the Regional Cooperative Agreement, for which we have hundreds of delegates from all the RCA member states present at this Congress, please join me in welcoming Regional Director, Mr. Hai Ju Moon.
Dear friends and colleagues and distinguished guests, I'm honored to attend the opening ceremony of the 12th Congress of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology and meet some of the world's greatest nuclear physicians and biologists. First, I would like to give big thanks to our host, Professor Andrew Scott, the president of the WFNMB and his team, who has put their best efforts to make the Congress possible and excellent. Under the auspices of the IAEA, the RCA was established in 1972 for research, development, and training related to nuclear science and technology for Asia and the Pacific region. Over the 46 years, RCA has implemented about 232 projects in the application of nuclear technologies to address and contribute to sustainable development of the region. Earlier this week, a project review meeting in Theranostics for the RCA IAEA project, RAS60A3, was successfully held by the Austin Health and IAEA. I'm pleased to share some of the outcomes of the meeting that 17 participating countries agreed to implement expert missions and development e-learning modules in nuclear medicine for improving patient care in the RCA region. Last but not least, RCA regional office is participating in the Congress to promote the RCA and has set up a booth at the exhibition hall. So I encourage all of you to visit RCA booth to learning more about health and medicine projects that are implemented by the IAEA RCA. Once again, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our host And I very much hope that starting from today, the Congress will be a great opportunity for all of you to share your experience and knowledge, networking, and build friendship. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moon. Next, please welcome Professor Irene Bergolini, President of WARMTH, the World Association of Radiopharmaceutical and Molecular Therapy, for her remarks.
Dear Mr. President Andrew Scott, dear colleagues, dear Si Ting Lee, the World Federation is one of our sisters because the WARMTH, the World Association of Radiopharmaceutical Therapy, has been hosted now 3 times, first in South Africa, Cape Town, then in Mexico, Cancun, and now in Melbourne to carry out a pre-Congress meeting on radiopharmaceutical therapy. We are very delighted and very honored to be part of the World Federation, and we hope to be invited also in the future to collaborate with the World Federation. So thank you very much again, and I wish you all a very successful meeting.
Thank you, Professor Bergonini. Now I'd like to welcome Professor Henry Bone to the stage, Chairman of the Asian Regional Cooperative Council for Nuclear Medicine.
Good evening, friends. On behalf of all the members of ARCCNM, I deeply congratulate, first of all, the beautiful weather you prepared, beautiful buildings, organization, and what else? Beautiful people, Andrew, Ziting, Vijay, Dale, and Fiona. Thank you very much. So luckily, we from ARCCNM member states, we are from east part of Asia. We are very lucky to live in the same time zone. So we are very alert now, so different from Europeans, Americans. So we are very much ready to enjoy wonderful food, wonderful culture, and friendship, and not the least, science. It's a global translation of molecular medicine. Thank you very much.
Now, last but not least, please welcome Professor Mike Sathagi, President of the International Society of Radio-Labeled Blood Elements, for his congratulatory remark. Thank you.
Good evening, colleagues. On behalf of ISOB, I would like to congratulate the President, Professor Scott, the Secretary General, Professor Lee, and the Treasurer General, Vijay, together with the host, Dale Bailey, for this excellent meeting that they've put here, together with their team that is working behind the scenes. We all know them. This is an excellent meeting. It's of the highest scientific stature that one has seen. This is attested by seeing at least 4 past presidents, Andrew Zinting, that of the World Federation. I have seen Amaral here, Lee. I have seen, of course, Estrada and Hans Biersack. So they all attest to the fact that we have put an excellent meeting, which is diverse and inclusive, including themes that are not often taken care of, such as infection and inflammation. Hence, ISOB is invited here to host the meeting. This meeting promises to be one of those that will actually build the friendship. It will build the scholarship, leadership, and starship. In the starship, we have put up a program that will include the youngsters that will rise and become future leaders, and we congratulate you for that. This meeting will also bring professorship and, of course, mentorship. Hence, this is one of the flagships of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. I thank you and congratulate you.
Thank you very much, Professor Sadeghi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back on stage Professor Andrew Scott to the center of the stage to ring the ceremonial WFNMB bell 12 times to signify the official opening of the 12th Congress of the World Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology. This bell was originally casted back in 1974 by the Japanese Society of Nuclear Medicine to commemorate the first Congress of WFNMB held in Tokyo and Kyoto. In modern times, these bells have become the symbols of world peace, and sure enough, the following message is actually engraved on it: "We wish peace to the whole world."
Thank you, Professor Scott. Now, please welcome the rest of the WFNMB leadership executives. Associate Professor Si-Ting Lee, Secretary General of WFNMB. And Professor Vijay Kumar, Treasurer of WFNMB, to the stage to capture this moment together. Thank you, Professor Scott, Professor Lee, and Professor Kumar.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now, to mark the opening of the WFNMB 2018 exhibition, I would like to introduce our diamond sponsor, without whom we would not be able to host such a successful meeting. I now welcome the chairman of the Shanghai Chartwell Medical Instrument Company Limited, Professor Mototo Rakai, for a welcome speech. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mototo Rakai. Distinguished Congress President Professor Andrew Scott. First, I would like to extend my gratitude to Congress for offering me this chance to speak in here, and to WFNB for allowing me and my company, Shanghai Chartwell Medical Instrument, the contribution to the development of the nuclear medicine through Congress. Many of you may not know that I have multiple identity Asia, aside from being the board chairman and the CEO of my company. It is also my honor to hold two positions of the General Secretary's many academic congress, including the Asia Oceania School of the Nuclear Medicine, Sino-Japanese Associations of the Nuclear Medicine Intercommunication, East Asia Nuclear Medicine Association of the China Nuclear Medicine Enterprise Union. There is a slogan in my company motto, which expresses the value of Chartwell Keep surpassing yourself and give back to the company and the society. There are the varieties of the way to repair the society. For example, pay a tax and doing charity. As far as the Charterwell, we have chosen and accelerate the academic communications, invite the medical area. As the company, while produce medical instrumentation, the major business of the Charterwell is the commission's activity between China and Japan. Besides on that, we have started to push the wider communication in nuclear medicine between China and Japan. It has been 5 years since establishment of the Sino-Japanese Association of the Nuclear Medicine in Telecommunication. And with the participants in the organization's committee, we have supported various close-centric research studies, academic forum, and school exchanges, and another. Among all the medical communications between China and Japan, and the most effective one has been in the field of the nuclear medicine. Those organizing nuclear medicine communications events, we have made the acquaintance of the ARCCMM and AOFMB, and we have also actively recommended specialists in the nuclear medicine field from China to other organizations. Professor Gang Huang has been appointed consecutively and the Dean of the Asia School of the Nuclear Medicine since 2014. And the last year, he was appointed as the Dean of the AOSM, and we will become the next president of the AOFMB and the Congress president of the 2019 AOC-MMB. Furthermore, we also expanded the communications between China, Japan, and South Korea to the whole East Asia regions. And welcome Princess Yamin Li, our founding president, and the first Congress of the East Asia Nuclear Medicine Associations will be holding in November 2018 in Taipei. We're accelerating in the academic exchanges in nuclear medicine. We have also founded the Chinese Nuclear Medicine Enterprise Union. Chinese nuclear medicine equipment companies at the graduates becomes more and more internationally, and we are honored to invite them to the WFMB this year. The esteemed Chinese philosopher and the founding of the Taoism, Lao Tzu once said, 天之道，损有余而补不足；人之道，则不然，损不足以奉天有余。孰能有余以奉天下？唯有道者。Which means it is a way of the heaven to take from those who have, and to give to those who have not. It is not so the same way with man. Men take away from those who have not to add more, to have for his own. We can take his own to give the for those who have out. Only this to whom has this Tao spirit. We at Chadwell would like to become to company with the Tao spirit and to contribute to our strength to the advancement of the nuclear medicine. Lastly, I wish this Congress a great success and welcome to all of you to Shanghai to attend our upcoming AOCMB 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kai. Now, we ask Professor Kai. Yes, to remain on the stage at the end of the ribbon for us to memorialize this moment with the beginning of the ribbon-cutting ceremony. Please welcome our ceremony guests and regional presidents from the WFNMB Executive Board. Professor Geng Huang, Dean of the Asia-Oceania School of Nuclear Medicine.
Professor Wim Oyen, President-elect of the European Association of Nuclear Medicine.
Professor Jun Harazawa, President of the Asia-Oceania Federation of Nuclear Medicine and Biology.
Professor Diana Paez, Nuclear Medicine and Diagnostic Imaging Section Head of the IAEA.
Professor Andrew Scott, President of the WFNMB.
Professor Dale Bailey, President of Australian and New Zealand Society of Nuclear Medicine.
Professor Henry Bone, Chairman of the Asian Regional Cooperative Council for Nuclear Medicine.
Dr. Ben Greenspan, President of the Society of Nuclear Medicine and Molecular Imaging. And Dr. Giuliano Cerci, President-elect of the Latin American Association of Societies of Biology and Nuclear Medicine.
Now, each of you will be giving a pair of white gloves and scissors. Please put on your gloves and hold the white and red ribbon together. And on my count of 3, you may use the scissors to cut the ribbon in front of you. Are you all ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you to all our ceremony guests. You may return to your seats. Now, before we conclude, please enjoy the upcoming Dragon Dance. This is a form of traditional dance and performance in the Chinese culture. The dancers will manipulate a figure of a dragon, which simulates the imagined movements of this legendary creature. Many tales suggest that the Dragon Dance will bring good luck to people, and therefore, we wish that this dragon will bring lots of luck to the global nuclear medicine community.
Thank you to the Dragon Dance team from the Chinese Youth Society of Melbourne for their athletic performance. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our opening ceremony. We would now like to invite our distinguished guests to follow the ushers and lead the delegations to the entrance of the exhibition, opposite of the registration desk, where there will be a further cultural performance to welcome all of you into the exhibition hall to mingle with the generous sponsors. This performance will bring prosperity to the exhibition and a successful Congress together over the next few days. Thank you.